Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Monday, June 24th, 2013 meeting of the Planning and Development Committee meeting. First, we do have a quorum. The first item is approval of the regular meeting minutes of June 10th, 2013. Is there a motion?
Approval. Second.
And all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, items for consideration. The first one is P1, Resolution 40R13, designating the portion of Austin Street between Asbury Avenue and Barton Avenue with the honorary street name sign Dr. Richard E. Lyons Way. The City Citizens Advisory Committee on Public Place Names recommends approval of Resolution 40R13. That's for action.
Madam Chairman.
Well, can we just have a motion to?
Yes, I move approval.
Second.
We're going to read the resolution at the council meeting and present it to the family.
Wonderful. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay.
Okay.
One more thing.
Yes.
It'll be a special order. It'll be taken off the agenda.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Next item is item P2, which is ordinance 71013, granting a special use for a wholesale goods establishment at 2310 Main Street. The Zoning Board of Appeals, the Site Plan and Appearance Review Committee, and staff recommend the adoption of ordinance 71013, granting a special use permit for the establishment of a wholesale goods establishment by Fuse Spirits LLC at 2310 Main. The applicant has complied with all zoning requirements and meets all the standards of a special use in this district. It's for introduction. Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. P3 is ordinance 70013, granting a special use for a Type 2 restaurant at 1907 Central Street. The Zoning Board of Appeals, the Site Plan and Appearance Review Committee, and staff recommend the adoption of ordinance 70013, granting a special use permit to permit the establishment of a Type 2 restaurant, Leonidas Chocolate Cafe at 1907 Central Street. The applicant has complied with all zoning requirements and meets all of the standards of a special use in this district. It's for introduction. Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Yes, Alderman Rainey.
Could you ever imagine anybody voting against the Chocolate Cafe?
No, certainly not me, ever. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? P4 is ordinance 69013, granting a special use for a resale establishment at 1940 Dempster Street. The Zoning Board of Appeals, the Site Plan and Appearance Review Committee, and staff recommend the adoption of ordinance 69013, granting a special use permit for a resale establishment for children's clothing and other items, Kazoom. The applicant has complied with all zoning requirements and meets all of the standards of a special use in this district. Alderman Braithwaite requests suspension of the rules to allow introduction and action at the same meeting. It's for introduction. First, shall we do introduction and then action?
Move approval.
Second.
Okay, so all in favor of introduction?
Aye.
Okay, should we vote on suspending the rules?
Doesn't matter.
Recommend? Okay, we don't want to
We'll
recommend.
do it then.
Okay. Then P5 is ordinance 70013, amending the special use permit for a Type 2 restaurant at 519 Main Street, which is Starbucks. Staff recommends the adoption of ordinance 72013 that deletes the condition of an adopted special use from 1992, section 3C of ordinance 121001, requiring that the Starbucks at 519 Main Street hire off-duty police officers to issue parking citations to customers who illegally park in the vicinity of Starbucks. The staff recommendation to release this condition is based on the experience during the past 10 months when Starbucks was permitted by their request to not hire off-duty officers on an experimental basis. There have not been reports of any problems during this period. No other Type 2 restaurant currently has such a condition imposed. That's for introduction. Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Any discussion? Yes, Alderman.
I was trying to, I know that it says no other no other Type 2 restaurants have these conditions. And did Alderman, is this not Alderman Nguyen?
It's Alderman Nguyen's ward.
So she had no concerns? Because I'm assuming she had put it in there in the beginning.
Yes, Alderman Holmes, members of the committee. Alderman Nguyen has met with with Starbucks and with staff, and there are no issues. And she is out of town this evening, but has asked that this move forward.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to be sure, because
Alderman Rainey?
I can't remember specifically, but it was the only one or two Starbucks in the entire city at the time, and, you know, everybody wanted to be there. So there were traffic jams back then, but, I mean, now you can go on any corner to a Starbucks. But I mean, there isn't the problem anymore.
I remember the discussion. Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. P6 is approval of a request for a 3-year extension of a special use for the establishment of a dormitory at 1620 Central Street, National Louis University PACE program. Staff recommends approval of the requested 3-year extension of the adopted special use for a dormitory for the National Louis University PACE program. The project and special use are consistent with the comprehensive plan and the Central Street zoning overlay. The property owner cites challenges encountered by National Louis in implementing its plan for 1620 Central Street and its actions and plan to overcome these obstacles, and that is for action. Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Then P7, which is our final item for tonight, Ordinance 73013, granting a special use for a yard waste transfer facility at 2533 and 2532 Oakton Street. The Zoning Board of Appeals and city staff recommend the adoption of Ordinance 73013, granting a special use permit for the operation of a yard waste transfer facility at 2533 and 2532 Oakton Street. The applicant has complied with all zoning requirements and meets all of the standards of a special use for this district. The Zoning Board of Appeals found this as well as in its findings for a positive recommendation. That's for introduction. Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, and any discussion? Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Are there any items for discussion, Mr. City Manager?
No, ma'am.
Are there any communications? No? No communication? Okay, then is the, oh, no one signed up to speak. This is the fastest meeting on record.
Yeah.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Okay, thank you very much.